if Buffalo or Kansas City loses?
Before I move forward,
Yeah.
I just want you to know that for the rest of the show, I would strongly advise you to watch your tone with me. My sister Linda's watching, and she did not like the way you spoke to her little brother. She thought the tone.
Hi, Linda.
She thought the tone was
You
a
know
little
what,
bit
Linda?
aggressive.
Linda,
You
let me
understand?
just say this,
I'm just
Linda.
saying.
I apologize if my tone was off, and I apologize to Stephen A. But apparently, Stephen A. doesn't accept apologies.
I do
when
accept
people are in the heat of the moment. We saw that with Dak. So I don't even know if this will do anything right
Molly,
now.
do
Real
not,
talk.
Do,
Yes,
do
Marcus.
not fall into no apology to Miss Linda. I got mad respect for Stephen A. family, but we ain't about to get as much as Stephen A. go in on people. He can take a little heat.
My sister didn't like the tone, Marcus. My sister didn't like the tone. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Now let me get to this point. That's right. I got 4 older sisters. You better ask somebody. Here's the deal, y'all. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm looking at this, and when we talk about the Bills and the Chiefs, here's my thing. It's the Chiefs. Let's be real about something here. We still believe in Patrick Mahomes, don't we? We still believe that brother's a stud. We still believe he's one of, if not the elite quarterback in the National Football League. We've seen what we've seen from Tom Brady. He's the reigning Super Bowl champion. We know who Aaron Rodgers is, that dude. I think we both agree he's the league MVP as far as I'm concerned. It's Aaron Rodgers for me, Swagoo. All right? But Patrick Mahomes is right there. We understand this, how great he is. As much as we love Josh Allen, most of the football world want to see a rematch between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, this time with Patrick Mahomes having his offensive line intact and not having a toe injury, okay? We want that. Or we want Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
When you talk Super Bowl, okay? I mean, understand the Super Bowl is a holiday. Super Bowl holiday, man. You home. You understand? If you ain't at the stadium, you home. You ain't by your damn self watching the game or just with the wife. You got a crew of people with you. We might not this year because of COVID. But the bottom line is normally you got a crew of people. I mean, you got food. I mean, in my case, it's going to be catered. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be catered this time around if I were to do that. Something like that. You want a Super Bowl atmosphere. You don't want to see no 13-3 outcome the way Tom Brady beat Jared Goff. You want to see this kind of stuff right here. Patrick Mahomes is that guy, and that's why, to me, the answer, more disappointing if Bills or Chiefs lose, it would be the Chiefs because you got most of the football world salivating to see a healthy Patrick Mahomes with a healthy offensive line back in that Super Bowl with my brother from another mother, Travis Kelce, and the cheater himself, Tyreek Hill.
Stephen A., from entertainment value, you're absolutely right. But the more disappointing would be the Bills, bro.
Why?
Because they trying to climb the mountain. And this is when they feel like they have the opportunity to climb the mountain. Their quarterback right now is playing as well as anybody. I don't think he's Patrick Mahomes, don't get me wrong. But right now, Josh Allen is playing as well as anybody in the NFL at the position, running and passing. I'm talking about a quarterback that literally, Stephen A., they put 47 points on Bill Belichick, bro. Like, this is not. So think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. You get Bill Belichick and you win that game 47-17. And I understand Mac Jones is a rookie quarterback, but it ain't nobody in the world expected them to win that game by 30. And Josh Allen coming off a game like that, after what the Buffalo Bills suffered last year against Kansas City, they beat them earlier this year. So you telling me that when both of these teams match up, the Buffalo Bills don't have more on the line. I get it, what you're saying. I want to see my initial matchup in the Super Bowl, I think coming into this season, was the Rams against the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, and the Rams are there, but I don't think the Rams are a better team than Green Bay or Tampa. It's not saying they can't win. They absolutely can. But here's the point for the Buffalo Bills. They are right there, bro. We talking about a team that was in the AFC Championship last year that lost to this team that we talking about right now. Josh Allen just got a deal for $250 million from the Buffalo Bills. And can he answer? Because this is gonna be the guy you're gonna have to face a lot going forward. We know the old history of Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. and how many times or who would be the guy that's stopping the other guy from having the opportunity to win a Super Bowl, or who is in the way. This is right now what we see for the foreseeable future. I know Joe Burrow is coming and the Cincinnati Bengals are there. But right now, when we look at the AFC and we talk about premier guys, it is Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. And this matchup has so much to do with the continuation of defining both of their careers and then Buffalo as a team, S.A. Like Buffalo as a team right now feels like, and they know that they can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. It will be the biggest disappointment if they go to Kansas City and lose this game once again that knocks them out of the playoff, and you cannot validate all of the work and the things that you've done going forward. But the most important thing, dude, 47-17 against Bill Belichick is a statement that the Buffalo Bills made to say we are here now to kick the door in. I understand. Go ahead.
You know, excuse me. That's a long-ass soliloquy you just gave to say.
I'm just trying to give you a reason.
To say little to nothing. Because let me tell you what the deal is, okay? Last time I checked, wasn't the Bills in the AFC Championship game?
And lost.
I believe that. Okay, so they lost. So what I'm saying to you is this. They were there. They knocking at the door. We get it. Bills Mafia and the whole nine. We understand all of that. But it ain't just about Josh Allen. We know they got Stephon Diggs. Manuel Sanders ain't nothing to sneeze at. Cole Beasley ain't nothing to sneeze at. Singletary running out of the backfield ain't nothing to sneeze at. But when you say that, and you say Mahomes and Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, it's a little different flavor to it. Okay? And I know the Bills' defense is big time. I know their defense is big time. I get all of that. But when you talk about the operative word here is disappointment. Disappointment. Ain't nobody outside of Buffalo gonna be disappointed if the Buffalo Bills ain't there.
Oh, come on, man. We talk about these two teams. Stop playing.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Who's going to be more disappointed if they don't win this game?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.